Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
President Biden is traveling to Georgia today to renew a push for federal voting rights legislation. We'll talk about what we can expect when he arrives there today. Plus, it is bone-chilling, dangerously cold out there. You are looking at a model of what it feels like, single digits. And Brandon is in with a look at if we can get ourselves out of the deep freeze anytime soon. But first, state public health officials provide an update on COVID-19 amid a record number of cases and hospitalizations. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for Local 4 News at noon. The coronavirus tops our noon newscast. We just spoke with Governor Whitmer about the surge and vaccine hesitancy, and here's what she had to say to those who have still not been vaccinated.
I think that there is a sizable part of the population globally that won't avail themselves of the vaccine. It's distressing. I wish they'd reconsider. I know we don't see eye to eye politically, but on their health, there's no question that a vaccine and a booster is the best way to stay out of the hospital. We got to put our political differences on other issues. On public health, though, I'm working so hard to protect everyone, regardless of their political views. And I just will continue to try to educate and encourage. But we recognize we're going to learn to live with this virus. And that's why I think helping people stay out of the hospital and to stay alive is the most important thing we as government can do, and work with businesses to make sure they've got tests, and work with our schools and our hospitals to make sure they've got support. And that's where all our focus is.
Meantime, state public health officials are providing an update on the COVID-19 pandemic. Our Megan Woods joins us now live with a look at what they're saying. Good afternoon, Megan.
Good afternoon, and as you can imagine, they had a lot to talk about with this recent surge, including new testing efforts, as well as how many children are in the hospital right now battling COVID. So the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services announced they are deploying 200 more ventilators to hospitals across the state, and this week are expanding testing efforts by giving free home COVID tests to some public libraries, including ones in Taylor and Detroit. While federal teams are at 5 different Michigan hospitals to help with staffing, they continue to stress limiting infection and hospitalization starts with wearing a mask, getting vaccinated, as well as boosted. On that call, it was also mentioned models expect cases to peak between the end of January and early February. Then, hopefully, after that, the number of cases will go down.
Now, what's really up to us as a state is how high do we want that peak to be? Because I think that if we don't use the tools we have, and we have a lot of tools, if we don't use the tools we have, we can expect those peaks to be at those really worst case scenarios that I showed you. So we have a choice to make.
And that choice, again, is to do what we can to help that peak go down. She also talked about how the numbers we're seeing are numbers that we haven't seen at any point in this pandemic before this. So that's very concerning. We talk about some of the other trends they're seeing here in Michigan tonight at 5. Live in Detroit, I'm Megan Woods, Local 4.
All right, Megan, thank you. And actually, according to new data, more people are in the U.S. hospitals with COVID-19 than ever before over the last 2 years. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, nearly 146,000 patients are currently being treated in hospitals right now for COVID-19, and that is twice as many from 2 weeks ago and surpasses the previous high set back in January of 2021. Miguel Almaguer reports on this surge as vaccine manufacturers say a fourth and Omicron-specific booster is now in the works.
The nation's top COVID vaccine providers are working on a fourth shot. The CEOs for Moderna and Pfizer say a second booster, this one aimed at Omicron, could be rolled out in the next few months.
This vaccine will be ready in March. I don't know if we will need it. I don't know if and how will be used, but we'll be ready.
With our nation already averaging nearly 700,000 new infections every day, most of those hospitalized are unvaccinated. And with COVID deaths rising in places where Omicron first hit, doctors fear a rise in fatalities similar to last year may soon be coming. Now officials in Sonoma County, California, are advising residents to stay home for the next 30 days, moving quickly to ban large gatherings here in wine country that would impact weddings and conferences with limited exceptions. Meanwhile, child hospitalizations are up 133%. Cassandra Castillo's 6-month-old son Francisco is one of almost 4.5 million kids who've tested positive for the virus. He's been taken to the hospital 3 times.
My biggest concern is him being able to breathe.
Students in Chicago will return to campus Wednesday after teachers reached a new agreement with the district over safety concerns. In Los Angeles, after a rush to get more than 500,000 students tested, the nation's second largest district is back today, just as COVID cases here surge to record levels.
And that was Miguel Almaguer reporting. We want to turn our attention now to the weather, which is the big talk about as well, because it is so cold out as we take a live look. Today, not as beautiful as yesterday, Brandon. Very cold, but we even have the clouds too. So this is just kind of a bummer of a day.
Well, the coldest of the season. This morning's low temperatures, Rhonda, 1 below Ann Arbor, 2 below up in Lapeer. Everybody else single digits, but very widespread, bitter cold. Luckily, the winds weren't that strong. Currently, we are still stuck in the chill with temps barely into double digits north of I-69, low and middle teens for most of us, and factor in a little bit of a breeze and more of these sub-zero and single-digit wind chills. Dangerous stuff. If you have to be outside for 30, 60 minutes, you better be layered up and protected. Low middle 20s with mid and high level clouds, but dry for now. We are tracking some snow, and your local forecasters app has everything you need to know. Plus this QR code right there. If you hold your phone up to that, it will instantly take you to the local forecasters app. It's absolutely free. Rhonda?
All right, Brandon, thank you. It is an award coveted by Detroit automakers, the winners of the North American Car, Truck, and Utility Vehicle of the Year. And those winners were announced this morning, and Ford is happy right now. Ford Motor Company took 2 of the 3 awards. The Ford Maverick was named the 2022 North American Truck of the Year. The Ford Bronco was named the North American Utility Vehicle of the Year. And then it was the Honda Civic that won Car of the Year. The awards used to go hand in hand with the North American International Auto Show. At the event, the executive director of the auto show announced plans to bring the show back this year after the COVID hiatus.
This fall, you'll experience our own transformation when our next generation event takes over Detroit. It will be unlike anything we've ever hosted before. At this point, and it's official, I can confirm we've secured this world-class convention center, the newly rebranded Huntington Place. We will also be capitalizing on the city's other incredible assets, like our downtown parks and our riverfront. It will be an indoor and outdoor citywide celebration of mobility.
Oh, we cannot wait. The auto show is scheduled for, mark your calendar, September 14th through September 25th.
New at noon.
Still to come here at noon, President Biden in Georgia this afternoon talking voting rights legislation. After the break, we'll take a look at his plans.